What's up, guys? I'm jodanub, and here's a war that Unity Air Force did against the Chinese clan. I don't know the name. I think it's like YaZhou or something, but I don't know. I don't speak Chinese, so it was a pretty big war for us, 25 versus 25, and we got 16 3-stars to 11. So I'm going to be showing half of our 3-star raid. So starting off with the lowest one. So starting off just a queen healer walk. So starting with queen on the bottom corner, followed by I don't see, it's like 4, maybe 5 healers, and so she's just gonna start walking up to the left, kind of just go for the elixir storages and gold storages, and now he drops a rage when the queen gets enraged to help his queen take that out, and so now it's just gonna slowly walk on, take out the air defense. Now it's one building at a time, kind of slow, so I should speed up soon here. I don't remember if I do. Looks like no. Nope, still not. Okay, there we go. And so now he takes out the arch towers and the expo and breaks open the left corner compartment with some wall breakers, and then he broke open the other end of that little strip compartment. That way the queen can get out and walk to the corner compartment. So good walk along the lower left side, and so now I'm just gonna go back to normal speed right here. So after the queen takes down the gold storage, she's gonna move in, go for the inferno, and so there. Okay, so the Tesla pops up, so she's gonna take that out and then go for the inferno tower. So just gonna take a couple shots. She's going down low on health, but there we go. There's the ability to take out, I guess, the wall, since the last shot before the ability took out the inferno. And so now he's gonna go with all the hogs up top while he drops the king on the bottom left, poison to take out the wizard and archer, or at least just slow them down a little bit. I don't think he took it out. Warden up top with the hogs and heals. Rage freeze the eagle inferno. So his lure got a good chunk of the base plus an inferno. The the warden is keeping up with the hogs to give them the health buff. The ability for the warden, I normally don't see, like, when they use hogs just like out of nowhere, like to help the inferno. I normally see it like when there's a double giant bomb. They use that to counter it since they're invincible through that. But I don't know, there's a bunch of ways you can use the warden ability to really help you a lot. So now he has just a bunch of hogs left up, only just an arch tower left, so that's not going to do anything. A couple puppies trying to go poop on, actually is that, I don't know, lava poop on the hogs. So it's going to speed up 96%, has both heroes alive, well, 2 out of 3, I guess. Can't say both anymore because of the warden. And so there we go, there's a 3-star, so first 3-star. Now moving on to the next one. And it looks like it's another queen healer raid for the start, but this time it's an air raid instead of hogs. So see where he starts. So he just has some minions clearing out on the right. It looks like the queen is on the bottom. Yeah, queen healer on the bottom. So just gonna start by shooting out the outside camps and then move on, get the cannon wizard tower, go for the arch tower next. And so it looks like he's gonna walk up to the right side. So he's gonna be walking through the right with the queen healer, probably take out both heroes with just the queen and healers, probably with like 1, maybe 2 rages. So wall breakers break open that compartment, that way she could get in, obviously. And so now it's kind of slow. There we go, he drops the first rage. That will help the queen take out the Burger King very easily. So she still stays at full health pretty much the entire time, so nothing really to worry her. So now she moves on in close enough to get the queen's target, and now he drops another rage for the queen. And so drops the poison for the wizard, and a couple wall breakers break open that compartment. So now the queen's just going to shoot down the hound, take out a couple pups. He drops a minion in the back to clear out some of the pups so the queen doesn't walk behind. And so there we go, there's the Burger King dropped in there to take out the help take out the right compartment, since there's no heroes, no clan castle. So since everything is gonna go down on the right and nothing on the left, he could just drop all of his hounds and balloons pretty early. So has the air warden with him, didn't need it with the lure, so he can use air, and drops his hastes to speed up the balloons and kind of path them to get the pathing and timing pretty good, so a lot of them join together in the center. And then just freeze. Once the freeze goes up, he used the warden's ability, and so basically Inferno didn't really do anything because of pretty good freezing ability. And so in a raid like this, like when I look at the hastes, most people don't really know exactly what the hastes are doing or how they help. So in a raid like this, I kind of think that the hastes help with the balloon pathing and timing to where you could get all the balloons to join together in a certain spot or take out certain defenses before the other, so you can path them in a little bit better. So in this one, it just like sped up certain spots, that way they would all join in right into the center with the rage and take out the eagle, inferno, and all that crap. Actually, no, the eagle wasn't there, but still, you get the idea. So there we go, the raid is over now. So moving on to the third raid, I think. Yeah, third, I can count. So another air raid, starting with the queen healer. Pretty common queen healer, but this time he's got the warden drop to right away with the queen healer. So just gonna take out the bottom and move on to the left in a second. Let's see, camp, builder hut, and gold storage. No, that's not the gold storage. I am stupid. Alright, so takes out, drops a rage pretty early to help the healers get the queen back up, and also rages the wall breakers, so he doesn't need to use as many to take out that first wall. And so now they're just gonna move in, take everything out one at a time. The warden's helping maybe one shot for every couple buildings, doesn't really make a big difference, but the health buff is definitely helping a little bit. Poison to take out the archer and wizard also slows down their attack. And so now the hound's gonna pop. There we go. Doesn't look like he's gonna drop any minions or archers to help clear the pups. And sometimes I wish the warden wouldn't attack everything that the queen's gonna attack, because it doesn't really help take out the pups any faster. Maybe it does, but like split second on some of them. Whatever. So drops the rage to help the queen take out the queen, and then the opponent king. So he's gonna go down soon, and there we go. So now she's gonna move on, go for the everything on the left side. Use some wall breakers to freeze the inferno, so the queen can get healed back up a little bit. I can't speak. So the warden ability countered the eagle before it could really do any damage to the queen. So now the eagle is going to be targeting the king, because nothing has higher health than him, and the eagle targets largest health. And so he dropped a wall breaker on the bottom. I don't know what that did or if there was any use, so I don't know. Drops 2 balloons on the left side. It's going to take out the arch tower. Misses the king ability. That probably could have been used. Distract the Tesla a little bit longer or something, but it's fine. So rage, the balloons on the left side don't manage to take out the Tesla, but that's fine. So he's now going to be able to take out that eagle with his lure. And now the raged queen, warden, healer, nothing's going to really be able to do much to them now. So now he starts dropping all the balloons on the right side. Top right only has, looks like, 1 haste for this. So he's just going to drop that up on the top right, get the arch tower and wizard tower. And now just going to let everything slowly go. And there's not much left of this space, so he can just be patient, let everything take out, let everything take out the defenses. The queen's able to take out that top air defense, so really pretty big lure. Takes out, looks like, 3 air defenses, the eagle and inferno, so the looting was pretty easy. I guess the wizard tower up top didn't really get taken out, so that's fine though. Got a couple of balloons up there, take that out with the warden's help. Bunch of minions left, and there we go. So I obviously have not commentated in a while, you could tell, because I suck at it. Suck really bad. So now moving on to this 4th raid, I think. Nothing going on. There we go. So is a witch raid. So starts by dropping 4 earthquake spells to take out the top walls. So that opens up both the top compartments. Well, both the top large compartments, I should say. Queen healer on the right. Now he drops a golem, bunch of witches, looks like 8 or 9 of them, maybe more, with the warden and a couple wizards. Rage jump on the right side. So basically in a raid that's like not completely witches, where you only have like half army witches, you kind of want to like path the I don't know, you just want to have two different groups or something path in two different sides to sweep across the base. So like in this, he used the queen healer, and then the king actually went up on that side to sweep across that side, and then the witch's warden on the left side. Looks like the warden ability was activated just a little bit early, because when that giant bomb went off, it was able to take out a couple of skeletons, witches, and wizards. But that's not a big deal, so they should still be able to take out that inferno tower. The king is down, and the queen is still up on the right side with her healers. Doesn't look like many witches are left. It looks like 3, maybe 4 of them are up, but they're not going to be able to last very long. So still have the warden up, queen healer. Queen is barely alive. The warden has just a little bit of health left, and looks like the last witch just went down. So now all that's left is just a couple of balloons, an archer, and then all he has is just his warden and his queen, with a couple of healers barely keeping her alive. So now the warden's almost dead, but the queen is still alive, so the healers are able to heal them both up at the same time while they're grouped up at that wall. Drops his last 3 balloons on the right side with a couple of minions just for cleanup. So the balloons are just gonna go along the right side, take out the mortar, and then they could probably take out those cannons, because there's nothing to target air except for on the top. So they're just gonna go over there untouched. The queen and warden are still working on the left side with the healers. So this raid looked like it was pretty dead, but after you just waited it out, so didn't really give up, and now everything's just slowly going down because the healers are barely clutching this, keeping the heroes alive. So now that last balloon's going to go down to the wizard tower and the air bomb, it looks like, but still got a pretty much full health queen, couple of minions up, healers working on the queen, and now all that's left is just 2 arch towers down to 1 arch tower. And so he's barely able to clutch this one out. The queen barely saved this, and just a couple of minions on the left side help clean up the rest, and there we go. Alright, so that was the 4th 3-star, the first witch 3-star of this episode, I guess, video. And so now the 5th raid. It's a pretty dark and gloomy base because of all the level 9 walls, and then also right in the middle you got that level 3 expo, kind of make it darker. So this one's going to start with a queen healer on the left side, drop a giant, distract a couple of arch towers and the expo. And so the healers are going to be doing double work, healing the giant and the queen, so they're going to be able to last much longer in there. A couple wall breakers break it open in the bottom left compartment. I'm going to assume this is just going to be another walk raid. So with a lot of these bases with the outside compartments just being like long strips, you could just break open one end and then break open the other, and the queen can just walk along the entire thing, take out everything in range there. And so if you're good with your wall breakers and you're able to keep your queen alive, you could take out a good chunk of the base just letting her walk around. So the clan castle does come out. He drops a poison to clear the wizard. A lot of people just one poison for one wizard, and that's basically all that it's for. So wizard is pretty annoying, I guess, in the clan castle. So now just a minion helps clear out some of the pups. Burger King on the bottom is able to take out that bottom compartment, and so now all the pups are gone. King is about to die. The eagle is going to take him out. Drops the rage and then his warden, so freezes the eagle and inferno tower since they were barely close enough. So the queen's going to get healed back up to full health. They're going to be able to take out that eagle just barely before it gets a shot off, I think. Yep. And so now the inferno tower is still working on the queen, but the warden ability, I kind of like how the warden ability stops the anti-heal effect immediately. Like the freeze, there's still like a 2-second delay, or the queen ability, there's still a delay for the anti-heal effect from the inferno tower, but the warden ability, you could heal right away. So if you have like just the slightest sliver of health left and then hit the warden ability, the healers can heal a queen back to full health, or just a heal spell or something. So he starts dropping balloons on the left with the haste that clears out the entire left side pretty easily. Then the top side is taken out, just letting the balloons run along, be patient with it. So looks like both infernos are down. The queen on the right side is able to take out that last air defense, and now you got the wizard tower being distracted by just one little balloon on the right side. All that's left is just the wizard tower, arch tower. The arch tower is taken down by, looks like, the warden, and then the wizard tower's down. So now nothing left up. There's a bunch of balloons alive. Looks like a ton of pups as well. A couple archers in the middle from the queen ability, and so just gonna speed up 4 times speed just to yeah, that way I don't have to sit through cleanup for a while. So there we go, everything down. So that was a nice 3-star. I kind of liked that one. And so now moving on to, I lost track, I think there's like 6 1 today. So gonna start with the queen healer on the right side, break open. And so this I'm pretty sure is gonna be sort of a walk type raid. So just breaking on the right compartment to take out the couple of defenses that are just in that little pocket that the queen can reach. So, and also that's pretty close to the clan castle, so you could probably take that out too. So the queen's gonna work on the arch tower. After that's down, go for the elixir collector, and then go for the expo. Drops the rage to save the queen, and then the clan castle comes out. So the queen's gonna be able to take out the hound pretty easily with the rage, and then the poison to slow down the wizard and take it out in a minute. And there we go. So the hound is down. Drops a minion on the right side. Take out the right side pups to keep the queen from getting lost following those. Tesla pops up, takes that out, going for the gold storage next, and then just got to take out the cannon and arch tower. And so you see he drops the wall breakers on the bottom right. That way when the queen is done with everything she could reach in that compartment, she's just going to walk around to the right side, and that way she could walk into the next compartment and take out everything she can in there. So there we go, works out pretty nicely. The queen goes for the elixir storage first, so gonna be a little bit slow at first, so gonna speed up a little bit. Now after she takes out the air defense, she's got a couple of defenses targeting her, but the healers are able to keep her up pretty easily. So mortar goes down. Now going for the arch tower. Gonna be pretty slow with the dark elixir storage, but there's no clan castle now, so don't have to worry about that. All that you really have to take out now, in my opinion, is the queen. But people like to get pretty nice lures now with Town Hall 11. So he's gonna drop the king with the warden on the bottom, and then drop a jump spell, and that should be pretty powerful. Should be able to take out a big chunk of the bottom core compartment. And there we go, king ability followed by the warden ability, which work great together because a bunch of invincible raged barbs can do a ton of damage really quick. So now with the king going down, the warden's gonna try to help take out the eagle, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. And there we go, so now the king died, so the warden instead is gonna try to follow the queen. And so now that she's gonna go near the eagle, he's gonna take a few shots, and then he just switches since the queen decides not to go for the eagle. And now she finally does again. The balloons are already being dropped on the right side. Haste on the top corner to help speed the balloons, take out the wizard tower. That way it's not able to do too much damage to the balloons on the right side. The rage is a little bit outside in my opinion, but it's still able to get a bunch of balloons pathed right into the inferno tower pretty easily. So now a couple balloons up top, they're barely going to be able to take out that top air defense. And so there we go, so pretty much everything's down. Got a wizard tower taken down on the left side, arch tower and Tesla is all that's left. And now everything is down, so he has the warden barely alive and just a bunch of cleanup troops that look like 19 minions or something in the end. And so there we go, so that was the sixth 3-star. And so now moving on, the other witch raid that I'm going to be showing. So this one's a little bit different. Last time it was more of a pathing with 2 different groups going in 2 separate compartments, but this one's going to be more kind of fun to watch because everything's going to be going in the same compartment. So just going to be start with a queen healer walk with giant little giant to help out, distract couple of defenses, and the queen's just going to be able to walk across that entire compartment since she's able to reach everything in there. Golem, and then just 2 wizards since the defenses are just so close to the outside. The wizards can just shoot over the wall and take those out while they're while the defenses are being distracted by the golem. So now the wizards are actually going to move on to the left side and take out that arch tower there. And so drops a couple of wall breakers, break open that compartment. Everything in that top left compartment is completely wiped out now after that expo goes down. And there we go, so now drops the rest of his troops pretty much. The warden king, bunch of witches, including the clan castle. can't tell, are they just gonna break through the wall? I think they are. Yeah, so he's just gonna rage them so they can break through the wall. Freezes the queen with the eagle and inferno tower. The hound explodes into a bunch of pups, so now it's a bunch of things going on right in the center of this guy's base. Drops the last rage. Looks like a couple of abilities were hit. Can't really tell what's going on, but now he just drops his last freeze in the back end to get that inferno tower. So now the king's gonna be punching that with a couple of his barbarians, and there we go. They're able to easily take that out. So now everything's kind of slowly dying down a little bit. All the witches on the bottom are being taken out a little bit, just one at a time, so they're not going to be able to get much further. But he still has a couple of witches also with the healers and queen and warden up top, wizard up top, clearing out some of those outside buildings. Kind of help with time a little bit in the end, so he's just going to move it on. So now the queen, kind of low health, and the healers are being stupid on the witches, but it looks like he's got like 5 witches left. The queen is going to do a lot of damage. He finally hits the ability on the queen, so now he has a good amount of archers to help take everything down as well, because now there is no more splash defenses. So 5 witches is actually plenty to take down whatever is left, especially with the queen and warden helping them out. So now just gonna speed it up a little bit. Everything's just gonna slowly be taken down. Queen shooting the cannon, Tesla, arch tower, then other Tesla. Giant bomb, don't really think it does anything, so now all that's left is that cannon, and there we go, now it's down. So just clean up, and time is pretty good, so that was pretty easily done. Yeah, pretty easily done. So I don't know, some witch raids, they have to get clutched like that. Some of them are just completely overpowered, so it's kind of inconsistent, but sometimes you get really lucky and sometimes it just doesn't work. So those were pretty lucky raids there, the witch ones. So now went on to this last one. This is a pretty interesting raid, you could tell just by the army. So it starts with a hog up top to lure out the clan castle since it was outside enough, and now just queen, healer, and warden on the bottom. Poison to take out the wizard, and so now the queen's going to be able to pop the hound into a bunch of pups. Minions on the right side do get taken out before they take out both those pups over there, but that's not really a big deal. So now the queen's just going to walk across the left side of this base, drops a couple wall breaks so she can get into the air defense and arch tower, and then also take out the Burger King. Minion on the left side clearing out a couple of buildings, that way he could drop his Golem, P.E.K.K.A, and BK. Looks like he's going to drop wall breakers with the rage to break him in that compartment. Then there we go, he drops his Golem, wall breakers, P.E.K.K.A, BK all into the left compartment that way. So now he's got Queen, Healer, Warden on the right side, Goat, BK on the left side. And so second rage, I think, dropped for the Queen Healer, froze the Inferno, and Queen. Now the Warden's going on the left side, but still close enough to the Queen to where the ability will work on her. Jump is able to get everything in there to access all the 4 compartments over there. And so now the Queen ability helps take out the Eagle, so now he's got a bunch of things going on just right in the center of this guy's base. It's basically just like, I don't know, he took it down like this was just like a farm base, you know, really easy to just take everything out with not very many troops. And so actually, it was actually a lot of troops. So he has 2 hounds and only like 10 balloons for the looting, but he takes out both Infernos and 3 air defenses with the lure. So it's pretty easy looting from here, honestly. So the hound still has half health, still has like 6, maybe 7 balloons alive. Healers are all down, it looks like, but the Queen is distracting the Expo, with the Warden giving a little bit of health buff, also helping take out the Expo while the balloons take it out. And there we go, so all that's left is that Wizard Tower, and that's not really going to be too much of a threat to any of the balloons. And there we go. Now everything is down, just a really interesting raid, massive lure, and I don't know, that's what a lot of people are doing now, just giant lures and small looting. And I'm kind of the opposite. I like taking advantage of the Air Warden and doing massive air raids. So Yeah, that'll be all for this episode, I guess. I will be showing the rest of the raids from this war, but I'm not going to commentate on that because I will probably end up spitting all over my iPad, so yeah. Okay.